Hey guys, Rachel CPR here. Today I wanted to talk to you about a topic that I get asked about all the time, or because a lot of people confuse two different subjects. And the subjects are shedding and breakage. There are two very different reasons for these things happening in your hair, and I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible. So if you have further questions on this, please feel free to put them below, because literally I could talk about this for hours. Okay, so shedding is caused by something internal, and breakage is caused by something external. In general, this is something that you would look at. Shedding normally happens for everyone with about, on average, 80 to 100 hairs a day. So every single day you are naturally releasing a strand and there's another strand replacing it. And so you shouldn't really notice a difference in the density or the thickness of your hair. You should simply see the strands that are being replaced coming out of your hair. Whereas breakage in general is caused by something external. If you are chemically processing your hair, perhaps you are doing too much with your hair, and so it's causing the hair to dry out and be brittle from chemical burns and just the chemical that you're using in your hair. Another thing, even if your hair is natural, you can actually get breakage from the tools that you use. If you are using a comb or a brush that you are being too vigorous with your hair, it can cause little pieces of breakage in the strands or damage in the strands, which over time, as the hair gets older, can just snap off. The other thing that can cause little pieces of hair is split ends. If you have split ends that you're not cutting, the hair tends to split up the hair shaft, and so it can cause a split or a break up in the hair shaft. So if you are seeing small pieces of hair that's not a full length, like if I have a full length here, if I have shedding, it should be the full length of this strand right here. Whereas if I have breakage, the breakage is going to be a piece. It'll be about maybe this much or any amount that's not the full length of the strand that came out. You'll know if it's a full length strand if you see the very base of it or the papilla where the hair grows from, the root. That is a strand that was simply released from the hair. Whereas if you just see a small piece of hair about that big, and it can be any size, as long as it's not the full length of your hair, that is breakage. And breakage can happen literally from anything that is just causing too much friction or harsh treatment on the strands of hair. As far as shedding can be caused by so many different things, but again, that would be something internal. And those internal things could be medications, it could be health, it could be diet. Again, the natural hair process, shedding process, that could also be things that lend to shedding in your hair. One of the more common things that I find that happens with some people is if they have a problem with an imbalance in their thyroid, they at times will start the beginning process of all of that. They'll start to see a lot of shedding in their hair. And so when people come and they're like, my hair is coming out in gobs, like just coming out a lot, I normally will refer them to their primary care physician just to find out if there is a test that they can run so that they can just check to see if their thyroid has an imbalance, because that's one of the beginning signs. So I hope this information was helpful. It's something, again, that I get asked about all the time, because a lot of the times people do confuse shedding and hair breakage, but in reality, they are both manageable, whether internal or external, and I hope that you enjoyed this information. So again, talk to you again very soon, guys. Bye.